Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I kind of wanted to give you some motivation to keep pushing forward and to keep moving forward. And not just that, but I wanted to have you think about how are you preparing for your breakthrough. Sorry, somebody walking by. This is kind of weird. But yes. So how are you preparing for your breakthrough? What are the steps that you're taking to get what you have been praying for? Are you in the right position? Are you in the right place at the right time, doing the things that you have been called to do? And in this time, in this season, what is required of you? What is it that you need to do to get where you need to go? That is the main goal. That is the focus. If I would like to say, and I probably mentioned this in another video, that there are seasons for everything. And so this may be a time for you to plant seeds in 2018 so you can reap in 2019. If you have not planted seeds in 2017, it's all a process. So that's something that you need to think about. What is required of you? What is it that you can learn in the place that you are now that can possibly benefit you and put you in a good place in a year from now? It starts with your actions today. So if you have not started, if you didn't start last year, take today, this opportunity to get started on meeting that goal and really start to grow in a place that God wants you in. And with that being said, think about who or what you're doing it for. For who or what reason are you in school right now? For who or what reason are you planning to start that company? Or whatever the case may be for you in your situation, what are you doing it for? If you're doing it for, praise and approval, it's not gonna last, because the minute that you no longer get that, you're gonna stop doing what you have potentially been called to do. So I encourage you to keep moving forward in this season. And so I know that was kind of like really, really quick. So let me go back over the questions for you to think about, and then I'm going to move into some tips that you can take. The whole purpose of this video, let me say this, the whole purpose of this video is because a while ago I made a post on Facebook, and I may leave it here, I may not, I don't know. But I said something along the lines of, a lot of people talking about how they gonna eat, like, oh, one day we gonna eat, I don't know, like, saying that you're gonna take care of you and everybody that you care about. But how are you setting the table? How are you preparing to eat? You just don't start eating, you always set the table. So with that being said, if you plan on reaping and gaining and eating in your future, you have to prepare for that today. How are you preparing for your breakthrough? How you got to set the table, you got to set the standard to reap everything that you want to reap. So I have some tips for you. So tip number 1, fill up your day. Fill up your day with something productive. How I operate to move in the system, every little thing, I don't care how small it is, it has a purpose and it is productive, and it's just something I do on purpose. So what I mean by fill your day up is like, okay, so let's say that you have to go to work, you go to class, or whatever the case may be. So filling up your day would mean that, you would have your breaks and your rest moments, but you would make an intention to say, okay, from this time to this time, I'm going to clean up my room. From this time to this time, I'm going to the library to study, or, just sit and read, or go to a park, and just pray. You can pray at a park. You could just, or just enjoy what you're seeing. Just fill up your day. That ensures that you won't waste any time. I'm sorry if you see somebody, she finna go. But fill up your day so you won't be wasting little moments. You don't have to just sit up and lay in the bed up until the point where it's time for you to do something. Just fill up your day. Find something to do. So, sorry, that was a little long, but tip number 2 is to surround yourself around people who push you. I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit. Who's on your team? Who are your cheerleaders? You need to surround yourself with people who is like, okay, you got to do this. People who will hold you accountable, that won't let you slack on anything. Those are the people that you need to keep close to you. So, and with that being said, this is the next tip. With that being said, tip number 3, don't just keep any kind of company to say you have company. No company is better than bad company. Okay. So don't just surround yourself around people just to say, oh, I got a team. No, everybody around you should have a purpose in your life. They should be pushing you to accomplish your goals. Have accountability partners, people who hold you to a standard, who would say, okay, hey, look, you slipping. Like, I love you, I really do, but you got to keep going. You need to have people that push you forward, that won't let you drop the ball, because they understand that it is a purpose for your life. Okay. Tip number 4, obedience and positivity is not something you do, it's who you become. Let me say that again. Obedience and positivity is not something you do, it is who you become. You become obedient, you become positive. So with that being said, saying that obedience and positivity is something that you do insinuates that it's circumstantial, that according to these particular circumstances will depend upon if I choose to be positive or not. Depending on these circumstances, depend on if I'm going to be obedient or not. That is not the case. It is not what you do, it is who you become. Okay, tip number 5, set the tone for your day. Me and my niece, we talk about this all the time, just about setting the tone for your day. The first thing you do in the morning makes a big difference on how the rest of your day flows. So, like this morning, I went to the gym, I worked out. Me and my niece both, we held each other accountable. We talked about it last night, and we got up, wake up call at 6 in the morning, and we got up. And so now, it's like before 10. And so like I have a whole day ahead of me, even though I have class and I have to work. I just have time to accomplish all of the things that I want to accomplish, and I just feel so positive and full of energy today. So you have to set the tone for your day, whether you're listening to worship music as you get dressed, which I highly encourage because I love listening to worship music as I get dressed, or if you're working out, or doing a devotional or anything, like set the tone for your day. Okay, the next tip is to hold yourself accountable to a standard even when no one is watching. Now I know I just mentioned that, you may need a team or anything like that. You may have a team, but sometimes they won't always be there to cheer you on. So you need to hold yourself to a standard even when no one is looking. That is the solution to becoming great. Like, great things come when you do little good things consistently. So you won't always have somebody to sit there and be like, hey, do this or do that. No, you have to hold yourself accountable as well. Find something that keeps you motivated. This is the next tip. So, sorry. Find something that keeps you motivated. Like I said, why are you doing it? Is it for self-gain or for gain of others? Like, find something that keeps you going and say, okay, boom, I gotta go. I gotta do this. Like, what are your goals? Start to write your goals down on paper, on a vision board, anything, on a dry erase board, and watch it manifest. Watch it manifest. So yes. Okay, my phone cut out. But this was the last tip. Think about your gains and your losses equally in regards to your obedience and the actions you take starting now. So what I was saying about that was, you can think about the things that will take place if you become obedient and do what God is telling you to do, or you become disobedient and you do absolutely nothing. So to further elaborate on that, you could be the first person in your family to break a generational curse. You may be the first person in your family to go to college or start a business or end that cycle of poverty. So, don't sit here and be fearful, because you never know what can come out of that. It is a purpose for you being here, and it is a reason why God planted whatever God is telling you to do in your heart, because it is necessary that you do it. And I just think it's a blessing that God even chose you to be the one to take that initiative step. So yes, think about your gains and losses equally. You can write them down. Like, if I don't do this, what will I not have in 5 years from now? What will my family not be delivered from in 2 years? Those are just some of the things to think about. And so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I don't know how much storage I have. I wanted to go to James chapter 1 verses 23 to 25. And this is the New Living Translation. It says, "But don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourselves. For if you listen to the word and don't obey, it is like glancing at your face in a mirror. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. But if you look carefully into the perfect law that sets you free, and if you do what it says and don't forget what you heard, then God will bless you for doing it." So, I pray that you stay encouraged. Leave me a message. Leave a comment down below. I always encourage you all you can message me, talk to me. Of course, I always leave my social media here. And just stay encouraged. It's time to move. You can no longer sit in the place that you're at. So I pray that you stay encouraged. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, share with a friend, and click the bell so you always know when I drop a video. And I will talk to you all later. Have a blessed day. Bye.